Thank you for coming. We're about to begin.
Thank you for coming. We will now begin. Mr. Castro, Ms. Kazarian, members of the faculty, parents, and students, welcome to the 2026 National Honor Society Induction Ceremony and Senior Recognition. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who have been selected for successfully completing their candidacy and are being inducted as new members of our NHS chapter. We are also here to recognize our graduating seniors who have maintained the standard of NHS during their membership and set an example for our new members. We applaud your hard work and commitment to excellence. For current members and those former members who may be among our guests, we hope this will serve to remind you of the standards of excellence you too are charged with maintaining as members of the nation's oldest, largest, and most prestigious student recognition program.
Our chapter is proud of our continuing emphasis on excellence that we represent for our school and community. Throughout the year, members of our chapter serve as role models for other students. In addition to the strong academic records which established eligibility for membership, our chapter members are leaders in many student organizations, and we serve our school and community through many service activities, including volunteering around the school. We are proud of this record of accomplishment and welcome these new members who bring new energy in support of our continuing work as NHS members.
It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Fort Vancouver High Schools chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as standards of the society. Members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates. We begin with scholarship.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. It describes a student who is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn, even when formal education has ended, for human education ends with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
My office is service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate, no matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, or nation. They are ineffectual without guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
At this time, will the new inductees please rise? Raise your right hand and repeat the pledge. The audience can follow along as printed in your program. I pledge myself to uphold the highest purpose of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
Thank you. You may be seated.
And now, as your name is called, please step forward to sign the official chapter registry. Taim Arahman Shakashiro.
Leslie Avila Chavez.
Mason Cole.
Soraya Dennett.
Fiona Lee.
Brooklyn Robinson.
Kai St. James.
John Tingume.
We would also like to honor our graduating seniors and their dedication to the 4 pillars of NHS. Each student will be honored individually. Please hold your applause until the end. Additionally, we know some of you may wish to capture this moment. If so, please move forward to the front and we will pause after each student has been honored. Julia Boniface-Setnik. Julia's plans are to attend the University of Washington to study accounting and finance, move to the big city, and travel the world. Her teacher quote, "Julia exemplifies compassion, talent, and drive. She takes risks and pushes herself to the limit, and she brings people together and empowers them to feel safe and accepted." Ms. Powers.
Audra Finley. Audra's plans are to start at Clark to get her associate AA degree, then transfer to get a degree in business and marketing. Teacher quote, "Audra is a kind, studious, and talented human. I love the bouquets she makes, the insight she has, and her kind and friendly demeanor. She's willing to take calculated risks, help out a friend, and work hard for what she wants. Miss Dunnigan."
Relisha Lewis. Relisha's plans are to start at Clark and get her AA degree, then transfer to get a degree in business and marketing. Her teacher quote, oh no. Okay, back it up. Plans to attend the University of Washington in the fall and major in business and marketing. Teacher quote, "Relisha knows how uncomfortable I am in public compliments, which is probably why she picked me for this quote. I'll miss her dearly. She's a natural leader and a champion of our community and one of Fort's greatest daughters." Mr. Wickless.
Jerson Meza Rodriguez. Jerson's plans are to attend the University of Washington and major in architecture. Teacher quote, "Jerson is a quiet leader who is committed to academic excellence and is a positive example to his peers. His sense of humor and work ethic will always take him far." Ms. Kazarian.
Estrella Perez Martinez. Estrella's plans are to attend the University of Washington and major in architecture. Right. Guys, my goodness. Plans to attend Eastern Washington University and study human resource management. Estrella is Spanish for star, and that's exactly who she is. Hardworking, a natural leader, and loads of initiative and foresight. Estrella is going to be an illuminating force in any space she goes, Mr. Zilbin.
Dalianis Rodriguez Soares. Taliani's plans are to attend the University of Washington and study biology. Teacher quote, Tai is an incredible student who is extremely driven to be successful in life. She doesn't back down from challenges and is headed towards a bright future. Mr. Frazier.
Faith Smith. Faith's plans are to attend Washington State University Pullman and major in zoology. Faith's compassion, drive, intelligence, and leadership has left a lasting impact on our community. I can't wait to see the differences she makes as she embarks on her next journey. Mr. Zilbin.
And now, please welcome our principal, Luis Castro, who will offer congratulatory remarks to our new members.
Well, felicidades. Congratulations. I just needed to say something in Spanish because I am a little nervous. Public speaking is not one of the things that I enjoy, but these types of events are always bring joy and actually purpose to like the work that we do here at school, right? So seeing students achieve and do great things and knowing that they're gonna go and do great things once they leave our school is something that brings tremendous joy to myself. And that is not because of the work that they do. I mean, like all of the credit goes to them, but I'm one that believes that it takes a community. And like you as parents that have supported, helped them since they were doing homework in kindergarten when they were crying because they couldn't write their name and they needed to write it a certain way and like, no, you gotta try it again. Well, now they're graduating and they're moving on to doing great things. So it's not gonna be easy, but the lessons and the values that they have learned through being part of such as the NHS and other experience that they have had here at school, I know they're gonna do great and they're gonna achieve all those different things that they wanna do in their future endeavors. So to the class of 2026, congratulations. And then to the new inductees, we have really high standards for you guys because there's always work to do. And I know that you guys will continue to do this great work that this organization stands for. So again, muchas felicidades. And that's a lot of congratulations. So congratulations again.
Please welcome NHS graduating senior Relisha Lewis, who will offer words of advice to incoming members.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Relisha Lewis, obviously a graduating senior. When I got asked to do this speech a couple weeks ago, I was very surprised. Why do you say that, Relisha, you may ask? Well, if you don't already know, I stay very occupied. Since I'm graduating and I don't have much more time left to brag about myself and my involvements, here's a list of everything I'm involved in. I'm ASB president, Black Student Union president, senior class president, NHS treasurer, a TRIO member, a REAP member, and student advisory member, all the while being an avid student, honor roll student, and a 3-sport athlete. So, okay. So as you can imagine, I stay very busy. Back in my sophomore year, when my leadership roles started to pick up, one day I had some mentors of mine pull me aside and basically asked me if I thought I was taking on too much. I immediately got offended when they asked, because how can they just assume that I don't know how much I can handle? Because as you guys know, freshmen and sophomores, they know everything and they're always right. But honestly, when they questioned me, it made me second guess myself. Because my whole life, I felt like I wasn't necessarily above average on anything. In my eyes, everyone had a thing. Whether that was being really good at a sport, being a good cook or baker, or being super smart, like learning math in your spare time type of smart. But that was never me. So sophomore year, when I found something that I recognized I was good at and others noticed it too, I finally felt like I had become somebody, a leader, and one that I actually liked and felt made a difference. So to keep this feeling, I did what any person would do. Dedicate all of my time to the one thing that I knew I was good at. Over dedication, woo! So the last 3 years, that's what I've been doing. Leading meetings, creating assemblies, delegating tasks, staying after school for community service, events, practices, and games, joining new programs, while somehow managing to keep my grades up within all of it. So I can't lie, at some points during this year especially, I did not manage my time well. I missed some meetings without saying anything, I didn't put my full effort into everything I was doing, and I didn't ask for help when I needed it. More specifically, in NHS this year, I didn't keep up all the requirements I needed to as a senior, and especially as a board member. And because of that, I risked not being able to walk with these honors. Knowing that made me feel worthless. Suddenly, all the hours of work I put in felt like they meant nothing. After getting advice from yet another mentor, shout out Fort Staff, I couldn't just let that happen. So you know what I did? I took accountability for my mistakes. I knew I was wrong and I couldn't do anything to change that, but what I could do was own up and change my actions in the future. As previously mentioned, one of the NHS pillars is character. And according to the NHS website, character lies not in public acts of virtue or visible mistakes, but in the consistent commitment to ethical and compassionate decision-making that positively affects both oneself and others. So despite me being surprised I was asked to say the speech, I'm still here anyway. So here's my advice. To you incoming NHS sophomores and current junior members, it's okay to make some mistakes. Though you are all now part of the National Honor Society, that doesn't mean you have to be perfect. If you make mistakes, don't beat yourself up about it. You're not a bad student or a bad leader. Your mistakes don't define who you are and all you've done. When the time comes, learn from me and make the decision to take accountability. Even though you're a small group, I know you will all continue to build this club up to the potential we all know it could be. Thank you.
Please welcome NHS graduating senior Estrella Perez Martinez, who will share the impact NHS has had on her high school experience.
Sorry guys, I'm a little bit nervous. Good evening, everyone, friends and family, and my fellow members of the National Honor Society. My name is Estrella Perez, a senior here at Fort Vancouver High School and our very own secretary for this year. I would like to start off by saying that when I first joined NHS, I thought it was more or less about keeping good grades, doing service hours, and showing up to meetings. But over time, NHS became one of the most useful parts of my high school experience. One of my earliest moments with NHS was receiving that letter of application during my sophomore year. I wasn't expecting it at all, and when I saw that I qualified, I felt really proud of myself. And it was one of the first moments where I realized that all the late nights and all the studying and all the efforts I put into chemistry, English, and all the other classes actually meant something. It suddenly didn't feel pointless. Being invited to join the National Honor Society made me feel really special, unlike anything I've ever felt before. I'll never forget when I decided to run for secretary, I was really nervous. Putting myself out there felt huge, and I wasn't sure what would happen. I didn't get the position right away, But instead of feeling discouraged, it pushed me to try even harder in everything else, and it made me a stronger person. When I eventually earned the role, my mom was incredibly proud of me. And when Ms. Kazarian asked me to speak here tonight, I was honestly shocked. I told my parents about it right away, and they were really excited, especially my mom. That whole experience taught me a valuable lesson. Sometimes the best things don't happen instantly. They happen when you stay patient, keep showing up, and believe in yourself even when the payoff isn't immediate. As months went on, I learned that the NHS isn't just about being a model student with good grades. It's about leadership, character, and service. Not the big dramatic kind of leadership, but the quiet kind. The kind that makes you want to help clean up after an event without being asked. The kind that makes you want to show up even when you're tired. The kind that makes you try to be someone others can rely on. If I'm being completely honest, there were times when I wasn't as committed to this as I should have been and wanted to be. Not because I didn't care, but because life outside of school was busy. I had responsibilities at home and other things I needed to take care of, and that led me to put NHS to the side. Sometimes I felt like I was juggling way too much at once. But NHS taught me that being committed doesn't mean perfection. It means doing your best with time and energy you have. And even when things were hard, when everything seemed not to work out, I still tried to show up and be part of something meaningful. That, to me, is perfect. Another great thing that NHS gave me was a community. Being surrounded by people who care about their school, their future, and their community is really uplifting. It pushed me to raise my own standards. It made me want to do better, not because I have to, but because I really wanted to. And of course, NHS taught me balance. Balancing school, service, leadership, and personal responsibilities isn't easy. But learning how to manage all of that is something I'll take with me long after high school. As we move forward, whether it's college, work, or something else, I know the lessons we learned from NHS won't disappear. They'll follow us into the real world. They'll shape us how we treat others, how we handle challenges, and how we show up in our communities. NHS isn't just a line on my resume. It was a reminder that character matters, that service matters, that leadership matters. And even as students, we can make a real impact. So thank you to everyone that has made an impact on our high school years for guiding us, to our families for supporting us, and to my fellow NHS members for inspiring me. Being part of the National Art Society didn't just impact my high school experience, it helped me shape who I am becoming and who I will become in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Relisha and Estrella. I'd like to thank our advisors, Ms. Kazarian, and the members of the leadership team for organizing this year's induction ceremony. Please join me in thanking them with a round of applause.
Thank you all for attending our NHS induction ceremony. Please join me once again in applauding all of our new NHS members and our graduating seniors. Thank you.
All NHS members, please rise.
They are pretty amazing kids. Thank you for attending our induction ceremony and senior recognition. If you'd like to take pictures on the stage, I've invited the students to come back in if you want to take some up here. Please do so in the next 10 minutes, and then we're going to take things down. And then if you'd like to join us afterwards in the comments, we have some nice refreshments for you. Thanks again.